My viewers, welcome back to the channel. And by the video title, what this video is about: Eagles and Chiefs advance to the Super Bowl. Yesterday, those two games one of them was just lopsided between the Eagles and 49ers, and the other one was back and forth between the Bengals and the Chiefs. We're gonna start off with the Eagles and 49ers game. Oh, I seen that game. I seen a young quarterback, Brock Purdy, like early on the game, got kind of a little overwhelmed a little bit. Then he got injured. And that kind of stirred everything off course like that. Now, if he would have played, been healthy the full entire time, I still had the Eagles winning that game. As you've seen in my game picks last week, picked the Eagles to win. I thought it would be probably a good margin, a good margin of victory, maybe about 2 touchdowns or something. The Eagles went out there and just handled business. They never played behind the entire game. They led the game the whole way, and they rushed for over 150 rushing yards and went out there and just played amazing football. And then the 49ers became one-dimensional eventually after Josh Johnson got injured. He let a drive on the field to get a touchdown, but after he got injured as well, I think he had concussion. He was able to come back to the game. Brock Purdy came back in. He couldn't throw the ball. Couldn't throw the ball as well. So they became one-dimensional. They just running it every time and trying to do some stuff and trying to muster out anything they can get, and it just wasn't enough. But kudos to the 49ers, though. The 49ers did a great job this season. From Trey Lance starting, then Jimmy G starting and winning some games for you, to Brock Purdy playing some games, and you got Josh Johnson, NFC Championship playing games. The 49ers, all their quarterbacks suffered some type of injury, and they still was able to go and lead their team to the NFC Championship. The 49ers have been a team for the past few years that have been a well-content team missing just one piece, and that one piece is always the quarterback question. Trey Lance is the guy they traded up for. They drafted him with third overall pick like that in the draft when they traded that pick away so they can get him. And he's been. And he looked all right early on. Like that, he struggled a little bit, but he looked all right early on. But he got injured, so we're gonna see how he's gonna be when he comes back. And Jimmy G, is he gonna move? He'd probably be leaving. Maybe go to the Colts. Maybe go to the Saints. Go somewhere. I don't know. And then you look at Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is a guy you keep in your roster, of course. And do you roll with Trey Lance? Or do you roll with Brock Purdy? Who do you roll with like that? You seen Brock Purdy make some big time throws in the playoffs. He might have had some turnover-worthy plays, too, that the Seahawks didn't catch and the Cowboys didn't catch, but he did make some big-time throws in the playoffs. The one to George Kittle, remember last week he made and stuff like that. And he showed you that you can win some games with them like that. But Trey Lance, of course, is the more talented quarterback. So do you roll with Trey Lance to see what he can do full-time? They got a lot of questions around the quarterback concerns. I believe they probably will roll with Trey Lance most likely. And then if things start going bad or going crazy, you always have Brock Purdy to put back in the game. But the Eagles just went out there and just dominated, and they're in the Super Bowl for the first time since 2017? I think 2018. Like that with the Nick Foles game with the crazy stuff like that. They had the magical what's it called, the Philly special play where he caught the touchdown and stuff, and they went and beat the Patriots. But we're gonna see a big time game between the Eagles and Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Now moving on to the Chiefs and the Bengals game. That game right there was crazy. A crazy game, back and forth. The Chiefs started off with a great surge. Just like last year, they started with a great surge. It was 13 to 3 at one point, and then the Bengals hit another field goal at the end of the half. It was 13-6, and then we started seeing the teams just start coming neck and neck. Mahomes with the big time touchdown throw to MVS. They got him to 20, and then you see Joe Burrow going down there leading the drive and throwing a touchdown pass to T. Higgins, and then you see him lead another drive where he hit that big time Jamar Chase throw. It was like in the middle of the field though. It was 2 defenders. One defender was at the top, and one defender was behind them, and they just didn't turn around. They could at least got a play on the ball. They didn't turn around at all, and Jamar Chase just boxed it in and then just caught it and came down with it on 4th and 6 like that. Most time on 4th and 6, you're looking to move the sticks, but Joe Burrow and Chase got that crazy chemistry. They seen something they like, and they went out there and got it. Just like Mahomes and Travis Kelce did early in the game. It was 4th and 1. He had MVS, he had Juju on the little flat routes, but he decided to just hold it, and he seen Travis Kelce fake the corner and cut back into the middle of the field on Jesse Bates and just throw it up to him, and he came down with a touchdown, the first touchdown of the game. So when you had that chemistry with your receiver or tight end or whoever you're throwing to, it's just like y'all know like what to do certain things. You're like, okay, I'm not gonna run this full route. I know they're not gonna be open. Let me do this and try to get back to them, and they just find you like that. We've seen it multiple times. I'm a Steeler fan, so I've seen it with Big Ben, Antonio Brown for a long period of time as well. Like that, it was going crazy with it, and just seeing the way like the different dynamics, Matt Ryan and Julio and Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne, Tom Brady and Wes Welker, Tom Brady and Gronk, all those different types of duos that you see throughout the history like that, just like those, like they had that chemistry, just like they ain't gotta say nothing. They just know how to the play, and they know where they're gonna be at certain spots and stuff, like when stuff happened and plays collapse. So that was big time to see that the game, but that penalty that happened to the Bengals when Mahomes ran on one leg, the clutchness, showing the clutchness, running on one leg. Actually, let me go back. Sky Moore made a big time play. I was calling for Sky Moore to make a big time play the whole time during the game. I was like, Sky Moore got to bust something open. I thought he was gonna like maybe catch like a drag route and get like a big type of game. I was like, he got to get something going. And they hit the punt return. I was like, oh, that's big time right there. It was a 27 or 28 yard punt return, but it was actually good because it gave him a good position to actually get a chance to lead down there and get a field goal. Mahomes was rushing on third down to get the first on the one leg, and then he got hit after by what's the linebacker name? I forgot the linebacker name. He was number 58, but yeah, he got hit by him, and I didn't like the way how Pratt handled it though in the back though. He was saying like. He was saying like, why would you hit the quarterback? This is my last year, something like that. He was saying last year, last season or series. I don't know what he was saying. I don't know if he's leaving the Bengals or he's saying this is like the last something. I don't know. But he was screaming at him like that. I don't like that. You know, it's your teammate. It's your teammate. He made a mistake. You see how he torn up about it like that. He went out there. He was trying to deliver a play like that, make a play. And he hit him. You see how he kind of backed off a little bit. He injured himself on that play as well. And then he was torn up on the sideline after he won because he feel like it's his fault and stuff. Even the head coach was like, not his fault because he had a lot of opportunities in the game, a lot of chances in the game to make big time plays. And Pratt was getting cooked throughout the game too. So I don't know what he's screaming at him for like that. But you just shouldn't do that to your teammate. You should be like, okay, hey man, it's gonna be good. Maybe we come back next year. We're gonna get it right like that. Just supposed to be uplifting your teammates like that. I think uplift them. Uplift your teammates like that. Of course, he know what he did was wrong. He went out there and delivered kind of a cheap shot, kind of a little bit when Mahomes already out of bounds like that. He made a bad mistake like that. But you can't go out there and scream. You can't be in the hallway screaming at the teammates and then the cameras and stuff back there as well. So I didn't like that by Pratt. But the Chiefs went out there and got it done. Harrison Butker with the game-winning field goal. And I don't know why they was calling it Burrowhead. They only won one game there, so now it's 1-1 at Arrowhead. And now the Bengals still have the record though. They 3-1 against them. Ooh, excuse me. They're 3-1 against them. So we're gonna see what happens. It's gonna be people been calling this the Peyton Manning and Tom Brady rivalry a little bit. But Patrick Mahomes is a big time player. Besides any Steelers players, my favorite player to watch is Patrick Mahomes. As you guys know, because I've been raving about him on the channel multiple times and stuff throughout the game picks, because he's just so magical. I love players who can make something out of nothing like that. Just the way he plays, the way he throws the ball, the athleticism and everything comes into it. Because my favorite quarterback of all time is Ben Roethlisberger. Big Roethlisberger was a big-time quarterback, making different plays and all types of stuff, keeping plays alive like that. And Patrick Mahomes does that too. But I think, of course, he does it. I think he does it at a higher level like that. Now, Patrick Mahomes gonna go down. If he stays healthy, he's gonna go down as probably one of the best, probably top 3 quarterback of all time. Now, I think it's going to be hard to catch Brady. Brady is a 7-time Super Bowl champion, 10 Super Bowl appearances. That's like almost impossible to catch him. Peyton Manning, same thing. He been to the Super Bowl, about 4 times. He won 2 Super Bowls. He got 5 MVPs, the most in NFL history. He got 5 first-team All-Pro selections. I believe that's the most in NFL history as well. So it's going to be hard to catch Peyton Manning as well. Peyton Manning got some big-time stats. But I think Patrick Mahomes, he stay healthy, he can get up there. He can definitely get up there, and he wins the Super Bowls. He's going to be a 2-time MVP in a little bit because I'm pretty sure that he's going to win MVP. And then he's already a 2-time first-team All-Pro? 2-time first-team All-Pro already. And then if he win another Super Bowl, that's 2 Super Bowls. That would be big time already because it's a lot of players who are first ballot Hall of Famers who don't have Super Bowls. Like Phillip Rivers is an amazing player. I don't know if he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, but I think he is. In my opinion, I think he's a Hall of Famer though. But he don't have a Super Bowl. Drew Brees got 1 Super Bowl, no MVPs either. And he's first ballot Hall of Famer, I believe. Ben Roethlisberger has 2 Super Bowls, but he don't have any MVPs or any All-Pro selections. And Mahomes got 2 of those. He had 2 MVPs. He got All Pro selections. He gonna have 2 Super Bowls yet, but he gonna have. I'm pretty sure that the Chiefs gonna win against the Eagles. I'm taking the Chiefs in this series like that, but I think Mahomes, if he can stay healthy, he gonna be big time like that. He gonna be up there with some of the best like that. And you can see a lot of the quarterbacks that he talked about, he watched this stuff. You can see like those guys like into his type of style, his game plan, because he plays like if you look at some of the old Big Ben highlights and you look at Patrick Mahomes highlights, and you look at some Brett Favre highlights and Patrick Mahomes, there's a lot of similarities in those guys like that. Now, he might not turn the ball over like a Brett Favre do like that, and he might not be as big and like as I think Big Ben might have been more athletic a little bit because Big Ben used to be moving pretty good like that. He might have been like that, but the way he can put the ball and the arm angles and stuff like that, it's like you see a lot of similarities throughout that stuff. And Mahomes, he stay healthy, he's gonna be big time. He's gonna be probably one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. He's like a generational talent right here. But Joe Burrow too. Joe Burrow's a nice quarterback too. Amazing quarterback, very accurate quarterback. The passes and everything is great. I hope my Steelers can get back into that play too and get back into that level as well. Kenny Pickett looked very good at the second half of the season, stuff like that. We're seeing him get more confident, get more poised in the pocket, and make a lot of more accurate throws and smart decisions and stuff. So hopefully next year make that big time jump, that sophomore jump that Trevor Lawrence did, sophomore jump that Joe Burrow did, and all these different quarterbacks did like that. So hopefully he does that, and that'd be nice. So I want to see my Steelers in this position. I don't want to talk about other teams in this position. I want to see my boys, the Steelers, in the position to go out there to add another Super Bowl to the trophy case. But the Eagles and Chiefs going to be a big time game. I'm taking the Chiefs in this one. I'll probably get more in depth into that later down the line. I think this week is the Pro Bowl, and then next week is the Super Bowl week. So I get more into that next week. But I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm still riding with the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. I said if my Steelers they make the playoffs, I said the Chiefs will. I think the Chiefs gonna win the whole thing like that. But I hope my team make it. I hope my Steelers make it. I know it's not a Steelers video, but I just need my Steelers to come back and make it. It's been like so long since I seen a Super Bowl with the Steelers. It was 2010 when they had the Black Eyed Peas at the halftime show and stuff. And it was here in Dallas like that. Man, it's been a long time. Been a long, long time. But hopefully we can change that, and hopefully we can get back there. I haven't seen any of my favorite teams win a championship in a while, though, because the Miami Heat, the last time I've seen them win was 2013. I remember I was in the front room watching it. They came back and beat the Spurs. That was nice. That was all jumping around and stuff. But I haven't seen any of my favorite teams win in a long time, because one of my favorite teams, please win a championship. My little sister keeps saying, every time she see me, be like, "Oh, your team lost again. You should change teams or something. Your team never win." Yeah, they never win, but we win, but we don't win the big ones on recent history. But I think the Miami Heat or the Steelers are due for a championship title in the next 2-3 years, hopefully. But that's all I got for this video. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.